Good morning, kids. Welcome back to our Science 1 in Action under the STEM program. Now, today, Teacher Glenn will gonna teach you a new topic in Unit 1. Are you ready? Okay, good. Our topic for today is ice cream. Ice cream. Do you like ice cream? Okay. Now, what flavor do you like in ice cream? Okay, okay, good job. Now, let us learn about ice cream. Ice cream, also referred to as popsicle, right? Do you know popsicle? Good job. Is a type of frozen dessert that can be mixed into a mixture and then blended in a very cold place to fill the air with temperature reduction. Okay? Now, why does salt make nectar icy? Do you know why salt? Okay, good job. Now, why does salt make nectar icy? Now, we will learn that one later. Okay? When we will doing an ice cream. Okay. When is salt dissolves quickly? Do you know, kids? When? Okay. Now, salt dissolves quickly, kids, when we will use hot water. Okay. It needs heat for dissolving the salt in a short time. Now, if you want the salt will be dissolved in a short time or it dissolves right away, you will use hot water. Okay, you will use hot water. In some other way, when we put ice in salt, the salt will be dissolved. It is not possible to find heat anywhere to help melt the salt. The ice, which is already cold, is even colder and colder, so the liquid nectar is drawn away from the heat. To help salt and ice, the liquid cools until it hardens together. Okay? Now, that's how the salt dissolved. Now, today, kids, we will make an ice cream. Okay? For you to experience how to make an ice cream that you wanted to eat. Okay? Now, this ice cream that we can eat in the restaurant is named Bingzo, right? Bingzo. And this is very expensive and taste is delicious in the restaurant, right? But do you wanna try to make today? Okay. Now you can make your own bingso without spending more money from your pocket. Okay. We will make a bingso today. Look at the picture of bingso. Just only an ice, a fruit that you want it to put, and have also a chocolate if you want good taste. Then it's up to your taste. What flavor do you like to put? Okay? But before that, let us know first what are the materials that we are going to prepare. These are the materials that you are going to prepare in making ice cream. Okay? Now, some are raw materials. And these raw materials, these are the flavor. Okay? The flavor that you want to put in your ice cream or bingsu. Now, you can adjust according to your taste. Okay? Now, next is you need to prepare 600 grams of fresh milk. Okay? Then, 3 tablespoons sweetened condensed milk. And then, fruits such as mango, strawberry, or any fruit flavor that you like. Then 50 grams of whipped cream, and this is optional. If you make without this, it's okay. And if you want to put this, it's okay. And then you need to prepare Ziploc bag. Ziploc bag. Okay? And then wood for smashing the ice. Wood for smashing the ice. Okay? But before you are going to make this, let's try to watch this video for you to have an idea how to make it by your own. Okay? Now listen and watch this video for you to understand more.
Just the right amount of creaminess. Wow. Have you ever had shaved ice? It is so delicious and refreshing. But my problem with it is that it is a little expensive for what it is. But how do you make it at home without a machine? I'm going to show you a hack so you can make fluffy and light shaved ice right at home. Before we start, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know whenever we have a new video. This is what you need: a freezable plastic container, some corn syrup, and some milk. So why do you need to put corn syrup in the milk? The corn syrup, or glucose, will stabilize the milk when it freezes. It makes it a little bit tastier and will make the ice fluffier. The ratio we're using is 1 part corn syrup and 10 parts milk. I'm using 1,000 milliliters of milk, so that's 1 liter, and 100 milliliters of corn syrup. So I need to fill this up a little bit. And if you haven't seen this before, this is because we use milk bags in Canada. And first time I've ever seen this, I'm like, what is this? How do you use it? But now I kind of got used to it, and apparently it uses less plastic, so better for the environment, so it's all good. Next step is to put this in and just stir it in, whisk it in, and just pour it into our container. Put this into the freezer until it's completely solid, and it will take about 5 hours. Now this is the fun part. Can try to bang out the milk ice. If you have any trouble, just run it in some hot water on the outside. All right, let's see. Okay, here you go. And now get yourself a Ziploc bag or a clean plastic bag and put the ice block in there. Fold it down like halfway or something like that. To avoid getting a frostbite on your fingers, grab yourself a towel and hold it. And now, this is where the magic happens. Get yourself a grater and start grating. Ooh. And if you have a food processor with a grate, you can also use that. The best part of all of this is that you can put whatever toppings you like. I loaded mine up with a lot of mangoes and a ton of condensed milk. I'm so excited! Oh, look how Just a little tip, you can put your bowl in the freezer before you serve this so it can last a little longer. I'm so excited. So good. So good. If you like this recipe, make sure to check out our other recipes as well. We have the 2-ingredient tofu pudding hack, and we figured out how to make the famous brown sugar boba ice cream bar. So good, so refreshing. Oh my gosh. Sound, sound, sound. Tasting, tasting, tasting. Yeah.
So, kids, did you learn something from watching that video on how to make bingsu ice cream? Okay, good job. Now, you will have already an idea how to make it. Okay? Right? Okay, good job. Now, do you want to make? Okay, later you will make. Now you can also make popsicle at home, okay, if you want. So how to make a simple fruit popsicle at home? Okay, please watch and learn from this video.
Hi Bow Bakers! I'm excited to bring you another installment of my frozen dessert lineup. This week we are making popsicles, and with all of the flavors, there'll be something for everyone. So let's get started. To freeze my popsicles, I have this lovely popsicle tray that I got online, and I'm going to put a link in the description box below of where I bought this. But if you don't have one of these, do not worry. You can always use a disposable drinking cup, or you can always use an ice tray, which every single house has. The first popsicle flavor we're making are two of my favorite summer flavors, and that is mango and strawberry. Into your food processor, add in some mango chunks and then puree until really fine. When picking the fruit for your popsicles, do not be afraid to use frozen or fresh because both of them will work really well. Sometimes frozen is actually better because it's picked in season and frozen really fast, so kept in really good quality. Transfer your lovely mango puree into a bowl, and then we're going to rinse out the machine and puree our strawberries. And as you can see, it just takes a few seconds to get this lovely strawberry puree. Nice and fine, this is going to make a great popsicle. Now that we have our two purees, these are the only ingredients that we need to make our fruit pops. We don't have to add any sugar because there's lovely natural sugar already in this fruit. To create a really pretty popsicle, I'm actually going to put these flavors in layers. So a little bit of mango, a little bit of strawberry, and then some more mango on top. Once your popsicles are done, then on with our lid and in with your popsicle stick. Now the great thing about popsicles is they actually only take around 4 to 5 hours to freeze, so you'll be eating these little guys in no time. I made these earlier because I really wanted to show you what they look like when they're done. They look beautiful and they taste great too. They're a perfect summer treat. The next popsicle we're making is the best of both worlds. It's a little bit creamy and a little bit sweet and fruity. It is a creamsicle. In a bowl, add in your plain yogurt, cream, vanilla extract, and some sugar, and mix it really well together. So the reason that we add the sugar to the dairy is because if it froze on its own, it would be like ice crystals. So we add the sugar in there to help it freeze and make it nice and creamy. However, if you don't want to add white sugar, you can always add honey, maple syrup, or even a natural sugar. So we have our creamy layer done for our creamsicle. So the next layer is fresh orange juice. And you can do store-bought or you can make your own. To assemble this popsicle, we are going to fill up the mold halfway with our creamy layer. And then we're going to pour our fresh orange juice in on top. When your molds are filled, on with your lid and in with your stick. Another lovely popsicle flavor ready for the freezer. And as always, my recipes can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com. When your creamsicle is done, it should look like this. Ta-da! It looks fantastic. Now I know it doesn't look like a traditional creamsicle, but it sure tastes like one. I'm going to try and get the orange and the cream at the same time. Oh, that is delicious. If you like these popsicles, I have so many more frozen treats on my channel along with lots of other baking videos. So if you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe. Our next flavor up is definitely for the chocolate lovers and should evoke all of those lovely food memories of when you were young, and that is a fudgesicle. In a heavy bottom saucepan, we are going to add in our cream, milk, and cocoa powder and heat all of these ingredients until they come to a simmer. Now that your cream mix has simmered, we're going to pour it over our pieces of chocolate. I like to use dark chocolate because it makes your popsicle that bit richer. Now you just want to let this mix sit and let the chocolate melt for around 2 to 3 minutes, and then we can whisk it all together. What I like to add to my fudgesicle is a drop of vanilla extract because it really lifts the flavour of it. Our last step before freezing is I like to sieve this mix just to get it nice and smooth, so when it's frozen you have a beautiful silky popsicle. Go ahead and fill your mould all the way to the top. Put on your lid and in with your popsicle stick. I'm particularly excited for these fudgesicles because once they're set, they taste like frozen mousse on a stick. They are absolutely divine. When your fudgesicle is frozen, this is what it should look like a real fudgesicle. Look at that, I have to give this a taste. This popsicle is definitely for the chocolate lovers, and I highly recommend having a little stash of them in your freezer. They're delicious. The next popsicle that we're doing requires even less work than the other popsicles. Just 2 things, lemonade and fruit, and has such a beautiful result. It is a lemonade popsicle. For the lemonade, I suggest you use fresh lemonade. I actually made my own with some simple syrup and some lemon juice. And I love a little bit of lime in my lemon juice because I think it really gives it a lovely punch, so I put a little bit of zest in there too. Go ahead and add your fresh fruit to your mold. In the summer, I love peaches, strawberry, kiwi, raspberry, and blueberries. And then just fill up your mold with your lemonade all the way to the top. It is that easy to make this beautiful fresh dessert. I love this popsicle because it is so easy to make. Once your popsicles are done, then on with our lid and in with your stick. Now these little guys are ready for the freezer. How pretty is this popsicle? And you can see all of the fruit inside. Make sure to use really good flavored fruit because that is what's going to make this so nice. Oh, it's so yummy. Our next popsicle is definitely a feast for the eyes and for the taste buds. That is a rainbow popsicle. To create this beautiful all-natural rainbow popsicle, we're going to use the same method as we did for the mango and strawberry one. We're going to puree all of our lovely bright fruit to get all the different colours and layers. I'm pureeing strawberries for my red layer, mango for my yellow layer, kiwi for green, and of course blueberry for blue. Once you have all of your fruit pureed, we're going to go ahead and add in thin layers of each colour into our popsicle mould. Feel free to use any brightly coloured fruit you prefer. Once your moulds are filled all the way to the top, we're going to go on one more time with our lid. And in with your popsicle stick. You will be so amazed with how these turn out. All natural rainbow popsicles, no food dye, no dairy, no added sugar. It is the perfect treat for a summer's day. Once it's frozen, this is what it will look like. Look at all those gorgeous layers of colour and flavour that we built. I'm excited to give this one a try. This lovely little popsicle definitely tastes as good as it looks. I really hope you get to try it out. If 5 flavours weren't enough for you, then I put a bonus recipe over on my website, biggerbolderbaking.com, where I show you how to make this gorgeous blueberry and yogurt popsicle. And while you're over there, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. Now you have a popsicle for every taste and occasion this summer. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and make sure you don't miss out on any of my news by following me on my social media. I'll see you back here again next Thursday for more Bigger Bolder Baking.
So, did you see that, kids? In the video, how to make popsicle? Wow, it's very easy, right? Okay, so you can make it by your own in your home, okay? And you will not spend more money to go outside and buy popsicle, okay? Just do it by your own. So that is a good thing that you will know how to make fruit popsicle, okay? So, okay, for your activity today, you are going to choose which things that you are going to make, or choose any types of ice cream or popsicle you want to make. Then take a photo or video as you do the activity and submit a course stem, then send it to the link. Okay? So I hope that you will enjoy making your own ice cream or popsicle. Okay? Do you understand? Okay, good job. Thank you for listening, kids. So, see you next time. Bye-bye.